So Tara's a developer and she has some really cool ideas about the next killer app for her company. Now, in a lot of companies, there's a software development lifecycle that governs the way in which applications can be developed and released. And the larger a company gets and the more technology assets they accumulate, the more challenging this becomes. Drew's a tech operations manager, and his job is to deploy applications and to monitor the health and uptime. In some companies, policies enforce a separation of duties between these two functions, and while Tara knows her own app really, really well, she may not be comfortable managing the infrastructure it runs on or the ways in which it might impact other applications. And while she's sleeping, Drew and his team are monitoring the environment 24/7 and are the first lines of defense if something goes bump in the night. See, now, what's happened is that technology has really impacted not only the pace of change in business, but also user expectations. Cloud computing has removed a lot of barriers to entry, and it's really democratized access to scalable computing like never before. This has really powered innovation and allowed startup companies, or even just someone with an idea, to create things that would have previously required a lot of upfront capital. Basically, a kid in a garage can now deliver a great new app that competes with established companies. But the development and operations procedures that Tara and Drew have utilized, well, they can be expensive, slow, and frustrating to users like John. And time to market, user experience, and responsiveness are more important than ever. So, DevOps helps to address these concerns. It works really well with cloud since infrastructure is provisioned and managed as code. Basically, it brings together the development and operations functions that were previously isolated by using automated build, test, and release tools to enable quicker delivery. It's also well suited for agile project management, which is itself an iterative approach to application development. Together, this creates an infinite pipeline of continuous integration and continuous delivery. Now, bringing together these functions is as much of a cultural shift as it is a procedural one, and you may need to consider some organizational change. And for those that wonder whether a quicker release cycle introduces more risk, well, the reverse is actually true. Automated testing improves quality, and smaller, more iterative releases are less risky than a big bang release simply because it's easier to identify and roll back any changes that may have introduced a bug.